Okay, you might want to gather around if you can't see from where you're at. So we will try to, oops, now I'm going to stand in the way. Let me try this way. All right, so a couple things these guys did that was pretty clever. So first thing I want to draw attention to is what they did on the horizontal axis. They initially did it all in tenths of a mile, and then they just did the conversion and wrote the conversion right below it. That was kind of a smooth move, right? Because they already had it set up in tenths of a mile. They just did the conversion right below it. And that works, right? They've converted it now. We know this is in feet. They've got the vertical axis there representing elevation in feet. It's labeled up there in that cryptic writing. And then they've drawn the calculus triangles. We can see each one has horizontal distance 528. Then they've got the vertical distances they're measuring, and they write here from distance 3,696 feet to 4,274 feet. The trail was steepest. The trail increases by 206 feet vertically. So why was it the steepest there?
It's the most.
It's the greatest gain, right? Over that interval we looked at, that was the greatest gain we got. 206 feet over 528. That's pretty steep, right? We're a lot of elevation gain right there. All right, thank you. And then we're going to go over here and look at Karsten and VNA. We're going to look at the way you guys did your. So I want to draw attention to one thing I saw here, which was I thought was very nice in organizing the work. So they've got all the distances here in miles first. Then they went over to their table here, converted them all to feet, nice and clean. Then they got elevation here, and then she created a table delta E for the change in elevation. So I can see looking at this table exactly what she's thinking here, and then she's translating all of this over to their graph, and they're representing it graphically. So this was a very nice setup to create the graph there. So walking around, it looks like most of you seem to nail this one, seem to get this. There was a little bit of confusion among some groups, which axis was what. So what in the words up there tells you that the horizontal axis is supposed to be distance? Yeah, as a function of whatever comes next is that horizontal axis, that input, and it was in fact distance.